What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Panthers Advice. Today is our first post-game reaction / breakdown video without the film. We'll get to that when it comes out. But let's talk about Bryce Young. How did he do? 3 for 6, 35 yards. He got sacked once. Other than that, on those other 5 passes, I thought the line did a way better job compared to against the Jets. Now, don't get it wrong. The Giants have some players on the defensive line that can definitely play. And that's why they kept getting encroachment, right? Neutral zone infraction, because they were trying to tee off. Overall, I thought the line did a pretty good job compared to last week. So Bryce Young, 3 for 6, 35 yards. The only bad pass, if I had to say a bad pass, was the sidearm throw where he tried to hit Mingo, where he rolls out of the pocket. Other than that, I thought he played pretty good. Now, with that being said, I love seeing Bryce scramble. Obviously, they probably don't want him too early in the preseason, but once the season starts, be ready for that. I think we're going to have a play action. I think we're going to be able to hit Hurst because Hurst had a pretty good catch. It came back as a holding, if I remember right. Hurst had a pretty good catch. So once the season starts, get ready. I think we're going to see a lot more play action, a lot more getting Bryce out of the pocket, letting him use his feet, right? Make the defenses contain a little bit to the outside, and then we open up the run game. And that's what we're going to jump into next. We're going to jump back to Matty C and Jake in a little bit, but we're going to talk about the running backs. So we got Blackshear, 8 for 31. He had a touchdown. Hubbard, 8 for 30. Spencer Brown, 10 for 26. And then Matt and Bryce both had a rush too. So for the most part, Brown, Hubbard, and Blackshear. What are my thoughts on that? I think Brown is being used as a workhorse. I think they're just putting him in there for run plays. I don't know what they're trying to get out of Brown. Now, Blackshear shocked me. I do like Hubbard, but Blackshear, he might be the guy to go to. Only until they fix that offensive line, because he's explosive as soon as he touches the ball. And don't get me wrong, Hubbard's definitely fast, but Blackshear, he's got that acceleration, man. Once he touched that thing in the backfield, he's gone. Now again, second, third team defense, that's fine. But Blackshear, to me, he impressed me the most. And until the line gets fixed, Blackshear may be the guy to go to. So let me know how you guys feel about that. Let's talk about the receivers real quick. So now let's talk about the receivers. We got Smith, 4 catches. He did great later in the game. Van had a catch. Jennings. Mingo looked good on his catch. Now again, 1 catch. How much do you want to put into that? But for the most part, I thought Mingo, when he gets the ball in his hands, he is a threat. Williams did good. And if I remember right, he had a kickoff tackle too. Adam, 1 catch, 1 target. Spencer Brown, again, workhorse. And for the most part, that was it. The next person I want to talk about, though, is Laviska. I think the Panthers are trying to do too many things with him. Last week, we saw miscommunication, and this week, I think we saw it too, with him and Bryce, and him and Matt, if I remember right. So Laviska, I think, keep him at receiver, keep him at running back. I think him trying to play everything is just confusing everybody, and it's not helping anybody out. I would like to see more targets go to Mingo, though, down the road. I think DJ is Bryce's boy, but I think Mingo could be that threat. Let's talk about the defense real quick. All right, so the defense, we'll talk about the first drive real quick. Obviously, Waller, man. Waller was a beast. And Waller was a beast to begin with 2 or 3 years ago. He kind of fell off. Some things happened, but Waller used to be one of the best tight ends in the NFL, and he's still young. So I'm not going to spend too much time on that. You know, bunch of slant routes, underneath routes. I don't think that would have happened all game. I think eventually the Panthers would have locked that down. So we'll get that out of the way. That was probably the biggest hiccup on defense, was letting Waller run wild that first drive. Second thing I want to talk about has to be Deion Jones. Now, once the film drops, we're going to talk about Deion. Deion Jones is still a beast. You're going to see it in the film, and you got to remember, he was doing that. There was no Brian Burns, and there was no Justin Houston. So I fully expect Deion Jones to be a beast this year. You got Derrick Brown in the middle too, plus Burns and Houston on the outside. And remember, if you haven't already, go check out my Houston video. Houston still has it. So something I wanted to circle back to real quick was Matt Corral and Jake. I thought Matt played much better. He played much better than he did against the Jets. Now, before, when I did the video, I didn't take into account to his injury last year. So that's on me. But I thought he played way better against the Giants. And then Jake struggled. I mean, he had Giovanni, I believe, open twice, trying to go for that game-winning drive, and he just could not hit him, right? He was trying to go deep. Jake struggled bad. You know, that's not good. Game-winning drive, balls in your hands, and I mean, you're just missing the underneath guy on 3rd and 5. So let me know how you guys feel about that competition right there. Jake and Matt, to me, it's Matt. It's not really close. The running back notes I want to talk about, I talked about before. You got Raheem and you got Hubbard. As of right now, the way the offensive line is and the way I see the offense progressing, I'd like to start Blackshear until everything gets fixed. Let me know how you guys feel on that. Receivers, Mingo, once again, I'd like to see him get more targets. Not a lot else to say there except Hayden Hurst. Again, would like to see him get a lot more targets. We saw the great catch he had. Unfortunately, it came back because of holding. Secondary, I'm not too worried about yet. I'll start to get worried if we get to the first half, and let's say we allow the Falcons week 1 to get 21 in the first half. And then the second half, they don't get anything. All right. But if they get 21 that second half, I'm going to be worried because I'm like, all right. They kept doing the same thing over and over again and nobody could stop it. Then I'm going to be slightly worried. The front 7, though, have no fear. I could be wrong on this, but I mean, there's so many players. You got Kobe Jones, who played good. Like I said, you still have Derrick Brown, Raekwon Williams, Burns, Houston. I mean, guys, LeBron Ray played good, Deshaun Williams. Bumper pool, not bad, you know. So let me know how you guys feel about the team. Other than that, I think I covered everything, you know. Struggle against the slants, that's all right. Front 7 played pretty good. Giants kept trying to go for that 4th and 1. We kept stopping them. Tyrod was the last thing I wanted to address. Tyrod Taylor. If you haven't already, go check out my video. I did like an opponent breakdown on how to stop the Giants to beat them. Unfortunately, that didn't happen, right? But I go over Tyrod Taylor and say, if you blitz him wrong, he's going to run. And that's exactly what he did. So other than that, not bad. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. If you guys want to see more things like this, post-game reaction, comment below. I appreciate all the love. And some of those who tuned in last night to the stream, take it easy, guys. Film breakdowns coming soon.